Hello, Alaskans. We're out here in the Matsu Valley at the Corners Spur Bar here in Palmer, Wasilla Highway, about ready to get onto Trunk Road. The Rollin' Rally coming out from Anchorage that started at the Juneau Theater there on Muldoon Road is just about out here right now. They are getting lined up and ready to roll on out of this location. Don't forget to like and share. All right, we're moving on out. We are on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway right now. Part of the Rollin' Rally that is joining up with the ones that came out from Anchorage, working our way into Wasilla. We just left, we're at the Four Corners Bar there across from the Three Bears. Not sure how many people are going to be joining up in this rally. Our end destination will be the Sunrise Bakery in Palmer, Alaska, where they will have tons of guest speakers. I myself will be one of them. I have about a half a dozen vehicles there behind me. They have been coming out from Anchorage, again from the Juneau Commons there on Muldoon Road. I have lots of people behind me. It looks like the caravan's getting caught up from out of town there that have made it out here. They changed the beginning destination at the last minute, didn't bother to tell any of us out here in the valley that they had switched it to starting in Anchorage. I didn't find out until I got here at 1 o'clock today. And that was when it was supposed to be starting out here in the valley, to find out they had moved it into Anchorage starting at 12:30 and was expecting to be out here at 1 o'clock. Obviously, they do not understand how long it takes to actually drive out to the valley, whoever the coordinators were. I see lots and lots of more vehicles that are behind me now. We've got about maybe a dozen or so that I can see in my rear view mirror there that have joined into the procession. There are lots and lots of roll-in rallies happening all over the state today. This is the Trump and Treat Rollin' Rally that is being put on here out here in the valley. There is going to be several legislators, I believe, coming to talk at this rally when we make it to the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery there in Wasilla. We have more people in this rally than I saw at the Kamala Harris's rally that she had earlier today. It was kind of what I would classify as a leftist joke that they were playing for Halloween. Probably can't see it in the mirror up and back in front of me. Unborn Lives Matter is on the truck in front of me there. We've got several that are up in front with their Trump and American flags just flapping in the wind there. Trying to keep so that I don't get into anybody oncoming traffic's way. You see if I can get this to flip around behind me here. Don't know how good you'll be able to see. Not too good. There's about a dozen or so that are behind me. You can kind of see their flags flapping in the wind back there. Didn't think to clean my back window off. Absolutely gorgeous day out here today. We are rolling our way right now on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway heading into Wasilla. So if you're catching this right now, you want to join the Trump for Treat Roll and Rally that is going on, come and join us. We have several different places. We'll be going off of Lucille Drive in Wasilla, moving around in a small circle, going through that local area. And then it will roll back out towards the Palmer. Sunrise Bakery is our end. Restaurant and bakery is our end destination. I understand they've got speakers and microphones there. People are set up to speak at this event. I am one of them. So if you want to hear what I have to say about Alaska and the direction that our state is going, definitely tune in. This is going to be an open mic event, so it's not one of those where we have actual designated, these are who are going to speak speakers at it. Don't forget to like and share Facebook, Twitter, Google. These guys don't like allowing these things to be publicized. They don't want people to see that there's Americans out here that support our president and support conservative values. They have been suppressing all of the rolling Trump rallies that have been going on in other states where they've had thousands of participants in them, hundreds and thousands. I was watching a video earlier for a campaign for Kamala Harris and Biden at it, and they had their supporters outside that were holding up their flags in support for them, and it was kind of a funny thing to watch because Trump supporters showed up to this thing and they outnumbered them 10-1. Yeah, you heard that right, 10-1. So this is the Palmer-Wasilla Highway that we're on right now. If you know the area, I'm passing by the Pizza Del Rey, just about to where the, we are now in Wasilla proper. You can see the beginning of the procession there in front of me with the flags flying. You can't miss us if you want to join us. We all got our four-ways flashing. Just turn your four-ways on and jump on in with us. This is Alaskans showing our support to re-elect President Trump and to remove the rhino, Democrat, far-left socialists that have taken over in Juneau, making sure they don't make it back there this year. Alaska wants to see a change in the right direction for the future. This is how things happen. People get involved. They no longer stay part of the silent majority. We've got a vandal out here that has been going around and decimating all of the signs, spray painting on them. It is just absolutely disgusting. They are consistently and constantly been targeting all of the conservative signs that are out here in the valley, spray painting their own little Antifa logos all over them. It just goes to show you where our far left of Alaska really truly stand for. They don't believe in liberty and justice like the rest of us. Woo! We got people trying to just race right on past the outside on there. I mean, he is breaking the law. Desperation of some people, I swear. I'm at the beginning of this procession. This started out in Anchorage, Alaska today at the Tanatanu Commons. They're off of Muldoon Road. They got out here just about 2 o'clock today. We're the actual beginning of the procession for the valley. Working our way forward now into Wasilla. We're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. We're getting towards Trunk Road is where we're heading now. I mean, not Trunk Road, but the Parks Highway. I was given a map of the locations that we were supposed to be traveling. This is not it. So I'm going to give you a blow-by-blow as we go. I only know a few areas that'll be solid on this route. I know we'll be turning off of Lucille Road here in a little while. This is just the beginning of the middle of this roll-in rally that started in Anchorage. We've got Alaskans for Sullivan truck behind us. I see several. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 12. I got 15 vehicles that are behind me that I can see four ways on. We're just about ready to turn on to the Parks Highway in Wasilla proper. This is the Lake Lucille here next to me here, or Wasilla Lake, I should say. And that is over there off to the right. This is the little duck pond area, if you know where I'm at, for Cottonwood Creek. Don't forget to like and share. I wish I would have got this video started a little bit earlier, but they all of a sudden just came up to my window and announced, "We're off." And I'm going, now wait a minute. We've only had a couple of vehicles show up. And that was because they wanted to be the lead of the procession there as they were all turning off of the highway. Awesome. Most of the vehicles behind me now, every single one of them's got four ways on. So we got about a dozen behind me now. And a half a dozen in front of me. I'm at the lead of the pack here of this roll and rally going through the valley. I was kind of hoping to get in front of the truck that was in front of me right now so I could be behind all the people with the flags on their vehicles. But I wasn't able to get jumped up in front of them there. Back off, baby on board. I'm going to see if I can get behind the folks with a flag here. Hey, there we go. We are the Trump or Treat Rolling Rally going through the valley right now. We are on the Parks Highway, just about ready to go by Wasilla Lake. In fact, it's off to my right there. We got the Pizza Hut up there in the corner, just so you got a blow-by-blow where we are. We are almost to Main Street. We've got people off the side of the road here campaigning. Got Stephen Wright, the write-in. Alaskans for Trump. Fire David Wilson signs. We got Make America Great Again. Trump, Pence, Sullivan, Don Young. And we got Stephen right there waving on the corner. We've got the Alaskans for Trump directly in front of me. We got over a dozen people behind me. We are on the Parks Highway, heading towards Lucille Drive. I wish I would have cleaned my back windows off. There's an amazing sight behind me in my rearview mirror. Seeing all these vehicles there behind us. As I was saying just a little while ago, we got more people participating in this rolling rally for Trump and voting in Alaskan conservatives to head to D.C. and Juneau than Kamala Harris had at her rally in a state full of millions and millions of people. Woo! Don't forget to like and share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't, especially if you comment. Facebook's been doing a pretty good job of making sure videos like this one don't get propagated. They don't want them to reach people. They don't want people to see any kind of patriotic support going on in our country right now. It does not match the agenda that they have in play. Just like all the explosive corruption and documents that have been released by the New York Post about the Biden family, they've suppressed all information, trying to keep us ignorant and stupid to what's going on. They would rather have a person elected into office that is compromised by foreign countries and can be blackmailed than putting in a president that has proven time and time again that he is working for the American people and not the foreign interests out there. Just a little reminder, President Trump was impeached for making a phone call investigating the Biden corruption in Ukraine. And what comes out in that hard drive? The Biden corruption in Ukraine. Isn't that ironic? If you ever want to know what is really going on when you see the far left media and the Democrats get up on their soapboxes and start complaining, look at what these Republicans out there are doing. In reality, they're just trying to cover up their own corruption that is trying to be exposed and place the blame on those who are not doing it. I had an ex-wife that did that. Always accusing me of stuff that I had never done, and then when I dug deep enough, I could actually prove everything I was accused of doing. It turned out to be the other person and what they were actually doing, trying to cover up. We are in the Rolling Rally. Trump or treat here in the valley. We are on the Parks Highway. We just passed under Weber Drive. What a name. Heading towards Lucille Road. This is going to be a small circle through Wasilla. End destination will be the Sunrise Restaurant, where we will have lots of speakers. It is an open mic day here in the valley. If you have something you would like to tell everybody or say, show on up at the Sunrise Restaurant and take a moment and give your 2 cents on what you would like for Alaskans to hear. I am definitely planning on taking that mic for a little bit. Sure, you saw the post that I had about the judge earlier there, Susan Carney, who openly passed a judgment about the sex offenders list and how they've got the power to choose who and will be and won't be on that and have them removed. She is the one that solidified the theft of our permanent fund dividend when Walker had vetoed it that very first time, changing the language from shall to may. There is over a dozen vehicles behind me in this rolling rally right now. I've seen a couple more got added in. We just turned on to Lucille Road here in Wasilla off of the Parks Highway. We're on the Lucille Road. If you didn't see the on the side of the road campaign for candidates that had all of the graffiti spray painted all over it with Antifa markings, they did a very destructive path throughout the valley here, making sure those signs, any conservative sign in the world, was spray painted up. Kirk Sullivan, both people eye back. Linford, skip that last one. Have a hard time supporting somebody that says he'd rather be feasting at the table with the binding caucus, the illegal binding caucus, than standing up for the Alaskans that voted him into office, selling out our votes and our voices just to be in the illegal binding caucus. Every Democrat we have running in the state and independent, except for a small handful, have all agreed to sign into the illegal binding caucus, selling out our voices, our votes, prior to any legislation being passed, just so that they can feast at the table while they make the rest of us starve, selling out our voices and our votes this year. There is only one classified independent that I think is an independent, and that would be Elijah Verhagen. I like both him and Mike Cronk, who are running for District 6. Other than that, usually when they got independent written by their name, like Elise Galvin and Al Gross, they're not independents, they're outright Democrats. If you're in the Palmer area tomorrow at noon at the Pavilion Town Square at Midtown in Palmer, Al Gross is having a campaign speech going on there at noon. Show up with your Trump for Alaskans flags, your American flag, and your favorite Sullivan poster board, and let Al Gross know what you really think about his campaign going on here in Alaska. Guy walking his dog there on the side of the road. He's waving at all of us. All right, we are on Lucille Road. We're now turning on to Spruce Avenue. This is Alaskans for Trump. Alaskans for the Conservative Party here. We are on Spruce Road here in Wasilla, Alaska. Just turned off of Lucille. I have over a dozen vehicles behind me in this Trump for Treats roll and rally that is heading to the Sunrise Bakery in Palmer, Alaska. Please like and share this video. You'll notice when we're going down the road, we've got the Defend Alaska Elections, No on One. Sullivan signs are everywhere. Excuse me. The only time anytime you'll see any of the far left agenda items out here, they're very far and few in between in these private neighborhoods. Trying to figure out why they decided to go down this route. We are currently on Spruce Road in the heart of Wasilla. I'm still trying to figure out why they chose such an empty road to make part of their roll and rally. But I know we'll be turning off here at the four-way light coming off up ahead, going back into the heart of Wasilla. We're on Spruce Road. We have well over a dozen people behind us in this roll and rally. Don't hesitate to come and join on in. We're about ready to turn back towards Wasilla again. No, I did not turn my phone. That was a bump in the road. Keeps telling me rotate my phone. That's annoying. All right, we have hit the four-way up here up in front. I'm not sure if we're turning off or not. I'll find out here shortly. We are. We're on Spruce Road right now. We are turning off onto Lucille Drive. If you know where Lucille Drive is in Wasilla, that's where we will be exiting back out onto the highway. The Parks Highway. At that point, we'll be heading towards Palmer. Just past the Little Millers that bought out that place here on the corner on Moving right along. Cross the ticket this year. If you're going out to vote, all I can say is vote in all Republicans. If we want to see any changes going on in Juneau, get that budget reduced to make it match what we have for income coming in. This is our last chance to make it happen while we still got a Republican governor. Vote no on 1 and 2. Oil industry in the last 15 years have had their taxes changed 10 times. How would you like to work a job and find your taxes that you got to pay changed 10 times? You can never plan for the future. If I was to tell you everything that you make now as in profit is going to be given straight back to the state for all the hard work that you do, would you turn over your paycheck to them and still want to work? That's what they're asking the oil industry to do. Ranked choice voting, ballot measure number 2. I am a no vote. It takes the most uninformed voters and gives them multiple tries to try to elect people that, honestly, if they didn't get it right the first time, they had no business being in office to begin with. Type in my name, Politidic, in the search bar. Ranked choice voting right behind it. I give a mock race of what ranked choice voting would look like. In all honesty, I have been promoting it since day one as one of the most corrupt ways of holding an election that you could ever ask for. We've got over $7 million of outside money that is supporting getting ranked choice voting happening here in Alaska. And we only got $500,000 of local money that is the Defend Alaska Elections Vote No campaign that is rallying against it. We're on Lucille Drive, turning on to Nelson Drive. We're back into the heart of Wasilla here. Nelson Drive, the next main cutoff will be Main Street here in Wasilla. We're in the Trump for Treat Roll and Rally. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day. Got about 24 people that are participating in this roll and rally right now. Woo! Don't forget to like and share. Our end destination is the Sunrise Restaurant Bakery in Palmer. It is an open mic event to where anybody can go up there and give their 2 cents on where they think Alaska and the direction it is heading. We're up here at Main Street in Wasilla now, turning on to Main Street off of Nelson Drive. If you're trying to jump into this rally, here's your chance. We are now on Main Street in the heart of Wasilla, heading back towards the Parks Highway again. Keep moving in that right direction there. We're at the four-way stop here, turning onto Swanson Avenue in Wasilla. All right, we are on Swanson Avenue here in Wasilla. Just turned off of Main Street, heading towards Palmer. turning at the Cars intersection here called Yenlo Street. Hopefully this will give a chance for all those that are behind us to catch back up. They should have went to a light. Going by the lane that we're in, we're going to be turning right back onto the Parks Highway, heading towards the Big Lake direction, in case you're curious. So you know which direction when I say right. Got about 24 vehicles in this roll and rally currently. I was under the understanding a whole bunch started out at the Juneau Commons in Anchorage, Alaska. They changed the beginning destination at the last minute. I never received notification for it. I was sitting there waiting at the Corners Bar in Wasilla, Wasilla Highway off of the Trunk Road since 1 o'clock. And they finally made it out here at 2 o'clock. We are now pulling back out onto the Parks Highway off of Yenlo Drive, heading back towards, it looks like, Main Street, and going to the Goose Bay exit. KGB Road, as most Alaskans know it. Rolling our way through. Oh, it looks like we lost about a half a dozen of the vehicles there coming out of that intersection there. Woo! My typical Alaskan windshield. The cracks keep growing bigger and bigger every year. All right, let's see if I can get this tripod to stay up on its own here really quick. Get myself a drink of coffee. Oh, much better. Oh, we're moving out again. Oh no, the light changed. Now we've really lost everybody that's behind us. We're going across the railroad tracks. We're now on Goose Bay Road. We lost nearly everybody that was behind me. I got nobody behind me now. So whoever is at the front of this roll and rally, hopefully they're watching my feed. I doubt it, but it would be nice if they were watching my feed. They know that we lost everybody that was a part of this group. We're on the Goose Bay Road right now, heading east. On KGB Road. Woo! Trump for treat, rolling rally through the valley. Started out in Anchorage at the Juneau Commons. Got out here into the valley sometime around 2 o'clock. That's when I got started up here. I had been waiting there for them to show up. They have another one that is going on tomorrow. I will not be able to participate in that one. I've got other plans already. But if you happen to be in the Palmer area around noon, show up with your Dan Sullivan signs, your Alaska flag, your Alaskans for Trump flag at noon. And the Palmer Pavilion at the heart of town there. Al Gross is having a campaign out in Palmer. Let's show Al Gross what we truly think of him out here in the valley. That would be a nice little Halloween treat for him. We are on KGB Road right now. We're turning back onto the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Heading back into the heart of Wasilla. We're on KGB Road. Looks like we completely lost all the people that were behind me in this roll and rally. Lost them there at the intersection. Light changed too quickly. You can see all the spray paint on the signs over there. Hopefully you can. Somebody had gone through and they had spray painted every single conservative sign for campaigning. But as you can see by the far left one sitting over there, they're completely free and clear of any spray painting whatsoever. We had an Antifa anarchist go around and completely destroy all signages out here. We're back on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, just turned off of Goose Bay Road, KGB Road. Heading back into the heart of Wasilla. Our end destination will be the Sunrise Bakery Restaurant in Wasilla, or in Palmer, Alaska. We've pulled off kind of off to the side of the road here, let some of our folks by that have been piling up behind us. Hopefully this will get the chance for all those people that were broken up that was behind me. We had a good couple of dozen people in this roll and rally. We got separated at the light turning onto Goose Bay Road. We're heading back towards the Parks Highway now in Wasilla. We are on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, turned off of KGB Road. I see some more four-ways behind me. That's a good sign. They're catching back up again. There they are. All the ones that we had lost a little bit earlier have now caught back up with us. This is good. We're all just rolling right along the side edge of the road right now, letting people pass us right on by. We are next to the Home Depot on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Just turned off of the Goose Bay Road. Heading back towards the heart of Wasilla. Those we had lost in this roll and rally now caught back up to us again, but they're now all packed up behind me. Again, we're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, heading back towards the Parks Highway You can see the Target up there in front of me. Give you a reference of where we are. Fred Meyer's Home Depot is directly to my left. Beautiful view. Look at that view. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. We are in the Trump for Treat Rollin' Rally on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, heading back into the heart of Wasilla. Got the Parks Highway directly in front of us there. Those participating in this roll-in rally have caught back up to us again behind. I'm not too sure where the next destination is at this point for road-wise. Looks like we're going to stay on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway here, rolling past the Parks Highway exit. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. So we're going to stick to the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Got the Parks Highway directly in front of me right now. We're in the heart of Wasilla by Fred Meyer's, Target, AutoZone. We're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Parks Highway is directly in front of me. Don't forget to like and share. Mike Coons, if you're watching, they are planning on doing it again tomorrow. The program that I have says it's going to start at 1 o'clock at the Four Corners Bar again. I will see if there's any new updates. They changed it at the last minute today and started in Anchorage instead at 12:30 at the Tenot New Commons, and then worked their way out here to the Four Corners Bar off of Trunk Road there and the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. That's when we joined into the rally. That's what we're in right now. End destination will still be the same place tomorrow. It'll be the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery in Palmer. Should be arriving there about 4 o'clock from the guesstimates that I've been getting from folks out there. Those wanting to join this rally, we are currently at the Parks Highway on the Palmer-Wasilla. Got Fred Meyer's in front of me, Target to my right, Walmart to my right. Directly to my right is the AutoZone, just so you know where we are. We're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway right now at the intersection of Parks Highway and Palmer-Wasilla. We will be driving down the Palmer-Wasilla Highway here currently, going past Parks Highway, heading our way into Palmer, Alaska, to our final destination, which will be the Sunrise Bakery and Restaurant there in Palmer. I'm looking forward to getting to the Sunrise Bakery myself. Oh, big hole in the road. Woo! Oh, those bumps said my phone turned sideways. Got about 24 vehicles in this roll and rally right now. Pretty good showing. Definitely is one of the under advertised events for roll and rallies going on. Oh, excuse me. I've been keeping up with the lead of this procession in front of me here. I can see about a half a dozen vehicles behind me right now with their four-ways flashing. Looks like we lost a few at the intersection back there at the Parks Highway. We are on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. About ready to cross over the Cottonwood Creek Bridge. Got the little duck pond there off to the right. We've got Wasilla Lake to my left. We were rolling down the Palmer-Wasilla Highway right now, heading towards Palmer. Can't believe all the cannabis places. We got one to my left right now, another one to my right. They are all over out here. More being built every day. Can't believe Palmer still is banning any pot sales, marijuana sales in Palmer. Voted once again, shot down that measure to get them to be able to open up when they voted here recently. Talking with one of the shops out here in the area, they just in this year alone they've given over $200,000 in taxes to the city of Wasilla, or I should say to the Matsu borough, over $200,000 in just taxes alone, and that was just one shop. Man, it's just absolutely gorgeous views out here today. Gorgeous. We are Alaskans for Trump. Alaskans who support getting conservatives to go to Juneau. Rolling down the Palmer-Wasilla Highway right at the moment. We're just kind of creeping along at this point in time, letting all the vehicles that got separated catch back up to us again. Oh man, I see a couple of new ones up behind me now. Back in the distance behind me, we've gained about 5 new vehicles that weren't there before. This roll and rally keeps on growing. Again, we're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. We're just about ready to pass by the Seward Meridian Highway here in Wasilla. That would be the exit where the Walmart's is at on the Parks Highway. final destination is the Sunrise Bakery and Restaurant in Palmer. They will have an open mic there. I am near the lead of this procession that is rolling through the heart of Wasilla at the moment. Got a couple of dozen vehicles involved in this rolling rally, showing our support for Trump, showing our support to get conservatives voted to head into Juneau, get conservatives re-voted back in to head down to Washington, D.C., Congressman Don Young, Dan Sullivan. We need them to head down there. Otherwise, the far left agenda is going to do one thing and one thing only: destroy whatever we have left of our Alaskan economy. For the Green New Deal, Medicaid for all, health care for all, their plans adding trillions and trillions of dollars onto our budget. Our end destination is the Sunrise Bakery in Palmer, Alaska. Sunrise Bakery and Restaurant. They're going to have an open mic there today. I plan on speaking at this event. Many other people I'm aware of are going to be there that are already there, that plan on doing some speaking. This is a chance for our conservative legislators to show up and put in their 2 cents. I invite any of them that are out there watching right now to please show on up. Us average day Alaskans would love to hear from you. This event is going on again tomorrow. I will make sure I update if there's any more relevant information that I'm not aware of tonight. Supposed to start at the Four Corners in Wasilla at 1 o'clock again and roll through the valley, ending up back at the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery in Palmer. At the last minute, they changed where this one started. It started in Anchorage at the Juneau Commons. Didn't get out here to the valley until 2 o'clock. Nobody bothered to tell me. Otherwise, I would have told you. Lots of us sitting there in the parking lot waiting for them to show up. Wow, I just cannot get over the view today. It is beautiful outside. Absolutely beautiful. Vote no on 1, vote no on 2. For the vote no on 1, I always like to throw out there the comparison. Imagine you working for the same company for the last 15 years and them changing how much they tax you 10 times during that 15-year period. How would you feel? You can never plan ahead. You never know how much money you're going to have. You can never look towards the future. And now they want to take 90% of all the money that they make and give it to our law-breaking legislators who have no idea what it means to actually spend what they have and what they have coming in. They just keep jacking the budget, giving us false promises that this will give us a full permanent fund dividend. That is just a big lie. Our legislators have no intent of giving us back our permanent fund dividend. That's why those that have been working hard out there, myself and many others, have been desperately trying to get the right people voted in to go down to Juneau, like Kevin McCabe, Christopher Kirka, Robert Myers, Sarah Vance, Shelley Hughes. I would throw out Mike Showers, but he's not running this year. We were looking to get the right people to head down there. Stephen Wright, Stephen Duplantis, get rid of that rhino far left. Natasha von Imhoff, vote her out right into Stephen Duplantis. Her and her Rasmussen Families Foundation that she runs and owns, and the multi-millions and billions of dollars they have been given through our state budget. We should never have a legislator that has those kind of conflicts of interest sitting there in going into Juneau, sitting on the Senate Finance like that. Legislating all that money to her family for profit. That's no different than the Biden family right now of Ukraine, China, and Russia. We're on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, rolling towards Palmer, Alaska, to the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery. I am a vote no on 2. Ranked choice voting, one of the most corrupt voting ways of voting in Alaska that you could ever ask for. Why don't they try to do this anywhere else? Why is there only one state that has it currently running right now? And why doesn't it happen anywhere else? Because it is a corrupt way of voting. Anywhere that has passed it in the past has had it repealed. We've got $7 million. About 80% of that $7 million came in from outside political interests that are trying to change the way we vote here in Alaska, allowing you to cast more than one vote per ballot. It is so corrupt. I have been screaming how corrupt it is since the first day they announced that we were going to be voting on it this year. Type in my name, Politidic, in the search bar. Add ranked choice voting directly behind it. I give a mock race on many of my different posts out there, showing how ranked choice voting actually works. It literally takes the most uneducated voters out there and gives them multiple chances to keep trying to vote for the right person. Ultimately, in the end, it'll do nothing more than turn Alaska from the purple state that we are to outright blue in less than 2 years after it has started. And we will be California. Any economy we may have will be welfare driven, state taxes, income tax, you name it. It'll be going through the roof to try to cover what they want to spend. Oh man, every time they go by and they keep blowing up this dust, it has got my allergies just going nuts. I can't blame them though. We are pretty much slowed this highway down dramatically. Working our way towards the Sunrise Bakery in Wasilla, or in Palmer, Alaska. Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery is our end destination. Once we get there, that is an open mic. Many Alaskans are going to get up and give their 2 cents. I will be one of those that will be up there giving my 2 cents today. I have a lot more to say than to what I keep repeating here. I'm just trying to keep people informed where we are at. We are on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway right now. We are almost to Trunk Road. In case you are curious where our procession is currently at, this is where the valley portion of this rally began, was here at the Corners Spur Bar on Trunk Road and the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Got a good couple of dozen people that have joined into this rally. Save our PFD. Vote no on one. We're at, let's see, Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Trunk Road is just up ahead of me. I've got Three Bears to my left. We are back pretty much where the valley portion of this thing began. Oh, man. All that dust that was blowing through here earlier, I'm literally so plugged up right now. My allergies are going nuts. All right, Trunk Road is directly in front of me. We are on the Palmer-Wasilla Highway heading towards Palmer. Our end destination will be the Sunrise Bakery and Restaurant, where they have an open mic that's going to be there. I'm understanding there's quite a few people that are supposed to already be there at this point in time, setting things up. Don't forget to like and share. Facebook is making sure any Trump rally that is happening in the States, whether it be here or down in the lower 48, is not seen. Had a couple of people turn off that was up in front of me here. They're probably all like me, ready for that bathroom break. Been rolling now for a little over an hour. I've been waiting since 1 o'clock this afternoon out here in the valley when it was supposed to arrive, and got word at the very last minute that it would not be here until 2 o'clock. That's when this portion of the roll-in rally actually began. Lots of roll-in rallies happening around the state right now. This is the Trump for Treat Valley Roll-in Rally. End destination is the Sunrise Bakery Restaurant in Palmer. Open mic going on there. Vote no on one, vote no on two. Vote no for Susan Carney for judges. Personally, I say vote no on all of them. We need judges that are willing to follow the law, not write new ones from the bench. That is not their job. Our far left-leaning liberal judges is the reason why our state has gone downhill rapidly. They keep writing new legislation. We're at the 49th State Street crossing under the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. Getting even closer to Palmer now. I just cannot get over the views today. It is crystal clear out here. We need to pressure our legislators to change the way our judges are chosen. We need to do like they do down in D.C. Our governor, we're down in D.C., the President of the United States has a big giant list of judges, chooses from those judges. Same with the Senate. They got a big giant list of judges that they can choose from. They hold confirmation hearings in the Senate to decide who will make it into the legislative benches out there for judges. and the judicial branch, not legislative, the judicial branch, and the Senate, 20 people get to decide. Our current system is a very far left-leaning judicial branch, gets to choose the judges, and they call this an independent judicial branch. But if you look at the defense that they're giving right now for Susan Carney, or any of the judges, they're telling us all to vote for all the judges. Vote yes for all of them, because they are such good people. Who cares if they actually follow the laws that are written? They want judges that will rewrite the laws from the bench. It's not their job. That's the job of our legislators. Our judges are not elected. Our legislators are. They are not, should not ever be allowed to write laws from the bench. They're supposed to follow the law. That's why we have our permanent fund dividend being stolen year after year after year, because of judges like Susan Carney, who changed the language in the law from shall to may, instead of being a transfer to an appropriation. Oh, we are almost into Palmer. On the Palmer-Wasilla Highway, passing by Equestrian Acres. Normally on today, that neighborhood would be getting ready for all the trick-or-treaters that would normally be rolling through. Out here in the valley, that's the neighborhood everybody comes and takes their kids to. Literally lines and lines of cars rolling through that neighborhood. Don't see that happening this year. I see the heart of Palmer right up ahead of me here. If I was to go by all the vehicles that are behind me, we've got a couple hundred people in this procession now. Whether or not they are all involved or in the middle of this rolling rally is hard to say. I think they are just people that are trapped behind all of us. We have been doing 30 miles an hour down this road since the beginning. Normally it's 50 through this zone. Thank you all for joining us here today. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share. Go to my website, politidic.com. Click the donate button. Every penny goes into making sure I've got the gas money to be able to join into these kind of rallies. Helps improve and expand my content that I can provide to you. Have some really big surprises coming over the next couple of months. If everything works out right, I will be giving mainstream media a run for their money for the news content that I'm producing. No longer just doing it when I have time between my normal work. Maybe I'm hoping my end goal is to turn this into a full-time job. Bringing you a live podcast on a daily basis. Streaming onto all of the different media channels at once. It's always been my end dream. We are now in Palmer, turning on to the Glen Highway. So if you've been waiting for us to get to Palmer, we are in Palmer, Alaska now, getting ready to turn on to the Glen Highway. All those that have been trapped behind us this whole time are probably really happy that we are turning off. My allergies are going nuts. I've breathed in so much dust on this trip. Our end destination will be the Sunrise Bakery here in Palmer. The time frame is about 4 o'clock. There's supposed to be an open mic there to be able to talk. I plan on being one of the speakers today. I have lots of things I want to say, far and beyond what I have been saying on this video the whole entire time. Sometimes I think I sound like a broken record. Turning onto the Glen Highway right now, off of the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. We are the Rolling Trump for Treat Rollin' Rally. In Palmer, Alaska. Have about a half a dozen or so people that are still behind me. Quite a few people have turned off a little bit earlier today. Think a lot of them were doing bathroom breaks and such because this has been a long trip for many of them. They started out in Anchorage at the Juneau Commons. Like I said, our end destination will be the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery here in Palmer. So we're on the final stretch of our trip right now. We're on the Glen Highway, about ready to turn off here up ahead. I believe that's Alaska Street. I can't remember. Oh, Arctic Avenue. Sorry about that. Arctic Avenue off of the Glen Highway. Making a right. If we were going left, it would be Bogard. We are the Alaskans for Trump, rolling trick or treat, rolling rally for the valley. Now we're going to turn on to Alaska Street, working our way towards our final destination. We are now on Alaska Street in Palmer, Alaska. Alaska Street in Palmer, Alaska. Alaskans for Trump. Woo! Sometimes I feel like my own little cheer party going on here. Our end destination is just up ahead. Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery coming up on the right-hand side here in about a block. We're on the Alaska Highway here in Alaska Street in Palmer, Alaska Street. The heart of downtown Palmer. Just past this four-way light, we will be coming up on our end destination, which is the Sunrise Restaurant and Bakery, where we'll have a bunch of guest speakers are supposed to be there, open mic day. Man. There's our end destination right there. All right, it's Yui time. Well, we really did lose a lot of people on this trip. All right, getting a parking spot here. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like and share. I am going to cut this video off right here. I am going to restart again once I get inside. So as soon as I get inside of the building, I'm going to go ahead and restart the video back up. And we are supposed to have an open mic for speaking, so I've been told. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few things I want to say. Don't hesitate to go to my website, politidic.com. Click that donate button. Any donation is most appreciated. It helps give me the gas money needed to be able to afford coming and doing these type of live stream events. This has been the Trump Alaskans for Trump Halloween rolling rally through the valley. Started out in Anchorage. Thanks for all tuning in, and I'll be back here shortly.